Hi guys, my name is Vita, I am from Ukraine and welcome today to my live stream. Today guys, you've got me all for 2 hours, if everything is okay? And today topic is war update and we're gonna discuss with you topic which I wanted to share with you previous Sunday, violence, war kids, and how kids actually suffering from this war. So, guys, for newbies who just joined our channel and probably don't know me, I'm gonna share some short video that you guys have an idea who I am, what's my purpose, and what actually I am doing here. Okay, so watch please short video. That's for guys who just joined us. One second, guys. Where is my video? My video.
Ukrainian women, it's like 5 in 1. It's perfect mothers, perfect wives, perfect cookers, perfect lovers, perfect housekeepers, and perfect friends. Every man is a hunter, and every woman is a target. So every hunter wants to get his target. And every target at the end of the day would like to be chased and caught. Believe me, you will be happy with her. This lady, when she gets you, trust me, she will keep you with both hands and never let you go. Believe me, guys, the lady who is really interested in you and who really likes you never will ask you for money, for gifts, or for presents from the early beginning of your relations. Why women look for foreign husband? Because women tired of laziness and non-responsibility of our men.
If we're talking about spontaneous sex on the first date, it also can be great for sure if both of you feel the magic and chemistry, but only from physiological side. Regarding psychology, guys, in majority of cases, chemistry is one of the smallest reasons why she may want you just on the first date. So remember, date is always for Ukrainian women is kind of exhibition. She will look at you, she will listen at you, smell you even, and evaluate you to make a general conclusion about your future destiny. So guys, please feel free to ask me any questions about things in Ukraine, current events, politics, war questions, questions about ladies, mysterious ladies, our mentality, culture, history, and whatever actually you are interested to learn about our beautiful country. So guys, if you are serious about finding a traditional Ukrainian wife, then you will love our special announcement today. So now, again, hello to everybody. Thanks for joining me today on this Friday morning, okay? And who wants, as usual, to talk to me live, face-to-face, on CamShare, you simply have to do 2 steps. So step number 1, Streamyard link. This is the link I will share with you guys. Here it is. You can find it also in description under this video. And step number 2, you need to get verified. So simply go to our donation link in the description below this video, right here, and make just one-time donation. And then you guys can live chat with any of us, any of your favorite live streamers, completely free. So donation link, mechgorati.com/donation/. Okay, and don't forget that when you go on our studio called Streamyard, you must, guys, write your full name and show your face on camera so the streaming girl can clearly see you. Then she will add you to the live stream. That's we do for her actually security. So guys, before we get started, this is attempt number 2 for me to talk about this topic. The topic is really hard and depressive to my mind, especially for me as for women and as for mother, for girls. So I would like to share with you some statistic today, very sad statistic, that you can understand what's going on here. Probably you can't get the whole information about this topic there abroad. So I would like to discuss it with you. I will share with you some points, some main information, latest updates, and then I'm open to answer any of your questions. Okay, so before we start, I would like to show you some photos. Some of these photos probably you managed to see last Sunday, but unfortunately electricity went unexpectedly, so you remember that was some kind of disaster. So please look at these photos and then we continue, okay? So guys, that were photos I would like to share with you. And you see, these photos, they all are real. They are not imagination, not illusion, not fantasy of somebody. They're just real facts, real stories of a real people. And unfortunately, when you look at these photos, for us, for people who live here, we can feel everything, what all these kids and moms and dads actually felt during this horrible period. And for some people, for some women, for some kids, unfortunately, the story ended and unhappily ended. So these people will never continue living, laughing, smiling, hoping, planning some future, etc. So let's get back to the facts today. So why I decided to talk about this topic today. We call now kids like forgotten victims of this war. Of course, we talk mostly, and more frequently, we talk about events on war fields, about our soldiers, about our army, about new delivery of new kind of weapon, different kinds of weapon, about volunteers, about blackouts, about how people survive. But in all this mess, we forget about kids, the smallest victims who actually abandoned, and we cannot feel their feelings, most of us. Some of them lost their parents. Some kids got their psychology damaged completely till the end of their lives. For some, for many of them, their lives just ruined or stopped. So I would like you to feel the depth of all this tragedy today, because probably this topic is not widely talked and openly talked abroad. So if we talk about simple numbers, so for today, guys, sorry, I have some update, because for last Sunday the numbers were different, and for this Sunday numbers were a little bit some increase in numbers. So if we talk about died people, died kids, we're talking specifically about kids. 450 kids died or killed, simply talking, right? 867 injured, 331 disappeared, simply talking, lost. So people don't know where they are, what happened with them. Maybe they are dead, but we cannot identify them or recognize them, right? Around 8,285 already found. And just listen to this number, 13,613 kids were forcibly deported. In other words, as we call, just stolen by Russians and brought to Russia or to occupied territories. So 121 kids already returned back. Thanks God. No, sorry. Update for today for kids more, we returned back, so 125. So as you understand, the accurate numbers, of course, can't be counted right now due to the active war actions and temporary occupation of the part of Ukraine. And simply some bodies cannot be identified. So most of kids, the biggest numbers of kids which suffered and was hurt, so were in Donetsk region. So 417, Kharkiv 260, Kiev 116, Nikolaev 78, Zaporizhia 70, Chernigiv Oblast 68, Lugansk area 64, Kherson 57, and Dnipro 31. Of course, that's just an approximate numbers, and you understand that, right? Because some people didn't report even, some were lost, and probably if parents were killed and something was wrong with the child, probably no documentary, no documents, no reports, something like this. So these numbers, they are not accurate. They are just approximate, the facts which we can operate right now. But actually, the numbers much bigger. So bombs, rockets, shellings demolished right now, by now, for today, 2,663 educational establishments, including schools, colleges, kindergartens, so buildings for education. 326 are ruined completely. Completely means we can't restore them, or needs to be just cleaned and rebuilt from the beginning, from zero, right? So violence as a weapon of war keep being used by Russian soldiers. To understand and to realize the real scale of what's going on really here, it's really hard. It's almost impossible. And these reports about violence, and especially sexual violence, which I would like to mention today as well. So these reports daily increasing and increasing. Some people, of course, keep silence. Some feel ashamed. We know cases when even men were raped severely, not in natural way. And after that, men committed suicide. So aged people, absolutely old and aged, like old ladies, like 80 years old, 86 years old, or absolutely, totally young kids. Actually, the age frames of raped people here started from 5 years old, and we know even case of 6-month-old baby, up to almost 19 years old people, including women, girls, boys, and even men. So we cannot even call them animals. This is much worse than animals. And the worst part, that most of these rapings, they were doing not in even not in natural way. In most cases, all soldiers were drunk or high under the effect of some chemical substances. It was mostly group rapes, so not single. Sometimes, of course, for single soldier. The most frequent age group, by the way, who raped our people were between 18 and 20, quite young guys who feel probably brave enough to absolutely demolish all inner world of our people, because such sexual violence, that's not only physical damage, right? That's also moral humiliation, psychological humiliation. So the most shocking cases which are known to us due to reports, it's not stories from internet. Of course, I'm not going, guys, to share with you details, because that's even, first of all, I don't think that's appropriate, but to tell about these details. But for me, I can tell you, it's even hard to read, not even to talk. So that's really big problem. So the most shocking situations with this sexual violence were when women were raped in front of family members, or especially in front of kids. Some kids really get kind of insane and psychologically absolutely ruined due to what they had to see, due to what they had to watch. And vice versa. When, for example, mom was chained and couldn't do anything, and these bastards were raping kids. So those stories are awful, and hundreds of such stories. The first stories, if I'm not mistaken, they start to appear in Kherson, in southern regions. Of course, wouldn't be extra to mention Bucha, Irpin, what happened there. Not only tortures, but also the sexual violence. So also, this is an additional level. To my mind, this is an additional level of humiliation. What does it mean? You have no value as a person or as a woman. You actually, what they want to say, you mean nothing. Not like a woman, not like a person. And we came here just not only to crush you physically, but in all possible way, including such horrible forms of violence. So sexual violence mostly suffered, as I said, women and girls, and were cases even of boys, men, and really aged people. Cities which suffered most of all was Chernigiv, Dnipro, Kharkiv, Izum, Lugansk area, Nikolaev, Zaporizhia, and Kherson, and of course Bucha and Irpin. So mostly occupied territory, which were for some period of time under their control. So in most cases, victims prefer to keep silence, because still the mentality of our people, I don't know how that's in Europe, maybe in Europe people more open and used to share such things with psychologists, with public, so they are not feel ashamed. But our people prefer to keep silence. Some really dramatic situations, they were of course published, and I know a lot of people who suffered from violence. They moved to Poland, they were evacuated to Poland, and group of volunteering psychologists working with them. That's very hard work, but they keep working, and people try to open day by day and giving more and more information. So you can imagine, if it's just difficult for us to read such stories, just to read, for me even to talk, I hardly can find proper words. I can hardly keep my emotions when I just think what these people suffered, what they survived, and what they felt at that moment, and what mothers felt, and what kids felt, and husbands and fathers. So that's kind of like, end of the life. End of the life. The worst, probably, way or form of humiliation. So, another crime what Russians do against our people is deporting Ukrainian kids. And the main goal of these deports is to delete kids' national identification. We know at least 5,100 cases when Ukrainian kids were forcibly deported to the Russia or occupied territories. Exact number, again, we cannot right now even announce, because still the destiny of many kids absolutely unknown. We keep searching, we keep investigating, but we don't know the destiny of many kids, where they are. Why? Because they bring them to Russia, and they try to adopt them, absolutely changing all the documents, that then they want to make the process of searching and finding these kids absolutely impossible for Ukrainian government, for Ukrainian special establishments who is dealing with finding kids and returning them back. Some, as I said at the beginning of our video, some we managed to return. That's a great part, very big deal, and we did great. But still, thousands of people widely spread all over the territory of Russia. They keep them in orphanage asylums, so special places for abandoned kids, in different camps, in different health establishments, and some of them, of course, were already abandoned. So we, of course, try to find out and try to trace every kid, but so far that's not important. That's impossible to find all those kids. So of course everybody understands that nobody is going to return those kids. That's why we are talking about forceful replacement. And why they do this? They want to clear up, to delete, to erase all self and nationality identification, all belongings to motherland, that these kids forget their motherland, and all what was connecting these kids with Ukraine. That's another type of genocide, right? Type of genocidal war. So when people cannot win the war field, so they are doing such awful things with kids and with people. What I wanted to mention as well, guys, in regarding of this topic, in general, over 1,006,000 people were forcibly deported. So not only kids, but adult people as well. And of course, all these people, when they were deported, they had to go through filtration camps, and some of them stayed now without documents. So these people have no citizenship, no rights. They're like zero. They're like nobody. And of course, we're trying to get information as much as we can about everybody who was deported. And still we sometimes we manage to return back not only our soldiers, right, but our civilian people who were stolen or forcibly deported to Russia or to occupied territories. So the latest news regarding this topic, which I wanted to mention, you know that Kherson and Kherson region was deoccupied recently, right? So as actually in every territory which were under their control for some period of time, our military found there some torture rooms, special places, special locations, mostly garages or basements or some abandoned factories or plants territories, where people, civilian people, we are not talking even about soldiers right now, about simple civilian people who suffered from tortures. And actually, a lot of such places were found in Kherson, in Bucha, in Irpin, in many, many cities, also in Trostanets, Sumy Oblast, you know, when Sumy Oblast was deoccupied in April. So also there were found a lot of killed civilian peoples with ropes, with their hands back, you know, or like they were hanged or something. So, and some locations were found here too. So, 4 rooms, if I'm not mistaken, no, 2 rooms in Kherson were found specially made and organized for kids, for actually kids which were under 16 years old. And some witnesses and some kids and people who were saved by our army from these torture rooms when we were deoccupying these territories, they witnessed that, for example, one guy, he was 14 years old. He was taken just because somebody found photos of Russian techniques like tanks or something in his phone. So, of course, they think probably that the guy was kind of spy, but if they think wisely, so the person, teenager, 14 years old, can be just curious to make some photos, or like just to memorize. And as a boy, it probably was interesting for him to have such photos and maybe to look them thoroughly, you know, not necessarily to be a spy. So this guy was taken and kept also for a long time in this torture room. Adult people who were saved from these rooms, they informed, reported actually that when they kept kids there, they almost didn't feed them. They give them water like once in 2 days. And actually, the main purpose was to convince them that they are abandoned by their parents. So they don't, that the parents don't want them anymore, don't need them anymore. So like you can understand how kids can be depressed and how much they suffered at these places. Some were happy enough to become free and to meet with parents again. Some not, unfortunately. So what else about Kherson? There is a story. There is some hospital in Kherson which are dealing with small kids. And actually, as doctors reports, in Kherson, when it was occupied, you can just imagine, no orphan, 0 orphan was left in Kherson. So all orphans were moved or deported to Russia or to occupied territories from Kherson. So all kids, no matter what age, any age groups, absolutely gone. And what did nurses and doctors of this hospital? I guess they should get medals for heroism because they are real heroes. They falsificated documents and medical cards of 11 kids just to save them, because when it was done just before when Russian soldiers were leaving Kherson, when our military was coming closer and the Russians were going out of there, and they were trying to take with them as much kids, to deport as much kids as they could. So these 11 kids, orphans, their documents and medical cards were absolutely falsificated by doctors. So like they were mentioned some serious disease. So probably these kids are problematic, first of all, to be transported, to be delivered from one place to another. and very difficult to be adopted because of this serious disease, So actually problematic kids which need constant and daily medical aid, like emergency, some medicational help. So need some extra finances, extra effort. So like to make this process much more difficult. Some were mentioned to have like lungs bleeding. Some were mentioned to have uncontrolled seizures. Some had like epilepsy. Some other diseases. So actually, they rewrite all these medical cards for these kids, and Russians didn't take them. So these kids left in these hospitals. Thanks to these people, so at least it can be seen like 11 kids, like too small, but actually they saved 11 lives. So what else I would like to mention about this situation? So that were kind of statistic, and that's actually these facts. That's all you have to know about the second world biggest and greatest army, as they announce them and as they claim they are. So not being able to win at the war field in honest battles, they are absolutely cruel and anti-human creatures, and doing absolutely non-understandable actions, not only to kill our people physically, but also psychologically. So this is the most shameful weapon to my mind, and they do towards our people. All these actions, of course, hopefully will be identified, will be recognized. More reports our government will get. Hopefully these people somehow can keep living, though I don't know, for some stories which I know personally, I really don't know. I don't believe people can live, can digest all what happened with them, and can live further. Of course, we cannot tell that they can be happy, but to keep existing, so what they can have? Just burned everything inside, and the only feeling they can have, just like, unlimited hatred. That's it. And of course, we all Ukrainians hope that the law of boomerang will work, and all who was involved in such disgusting things, they will be punished, not only here but there as well. Of course, all these crime reports now forwarded to International Crime Court, and some cases started to be investigated, like they are collecting documents, witnesses, and everything. And we're gonna see what happened with these people. Some soldiers, by the way, were identified already. Because some of them were not only cruel but stupid enough to make some records on their phones. And in 21st century, in the epoch of high technologies, there should be idiots like to have such evidences and to spread them and to share with them as a kind of, encouraging other followers, to show how brave they are, how strong they are to fight actually with kids and hopeless women. So some of them are identified, and some of them, I hope and I believe, and all Ukrainians believe, will be found out and punished as they have to be, So by doing such things, actually, for me, that's a symbolic, like they're raping values, our national values, our humanistic values, kind of demonstration that Ukrainians don't have right to exist and to continue genius, because if some of you probably heard these stories about, I don't know if this word is correct in English, castrated. So when they cut specific organs of our guys, first they tortured them, beat them, cut them, almost killed them. And those who survived, they cut organs. And why they do this? To delete man's dignity, to erase man's dignity. Because you can understand, even if such man stayed alive, what kind of life he will have. For some people, for men, I guess, such situations even worse than to lose probably hand, arm or leg, you know, to be maybe handicapped or to have not nice face, which probably is ugly under some fire or some wounds, some serious wounds. To cut such organs, that being man himself, so he knows that's the weakest part of every man all over the world. So how much they want to demolish our psychology. And symbol of this action, like you never will have no more kids. So Ukrainians don't have right to keep living, to keep spreading, and like to keep going genius. Some women who were raped, who have been raped severely, and who managed to stay alive after, they told that a lot of soldiers during these horrible actions, they kept telling the same words: after us, you will never want any man in your life. So that right now you have the last sex in your life. So you will never have any more kids, because all organs injured, absolutely, like it's kind of mess. They made kind of mess of organs. And they said, like, you will never have sex with Ukrainian men, so no kids and no continuation of Ukrainian nation. That's actually what they are doing, except losing at the war fields. So they are doing massive rocket attacks, and they violate our hopeless and powerless social groups. So that's actually, guys, everything what I wanted to tell you today about this topic. Of course, I'm ready to answer all your questions. Also want to tell you that a special movie regarding this topic, I couldn't find the link myself so far, but maybe later, if I will find, I will share with you who will be interested to watch it, to see the real story, not stories from internet. So the name of the movie is called Sexual Crimes of RF, Russian Federation, in Ukraine. So simple exact name, Sexual Crimes of RF in Ukraine. And it was already released. It has 3 short series and 5 real cases of tragic situations which were reported, based so actually on real events. So who will be interested later, probably it was just a release, but will be coming soon. So to understand not only battles, not only fights, but another story, another side of this horrible war, what they're doing with us. So very sad topic, actually. And I will be ready in 2 minutes to answer all your questions, guys. And right now I have some announcements for you, okay, as always. And then I'm all yours for the rest 1 hour and 20 minutes to answer any type of your questions, okay? So I'm gonna announce, guys, Zoom speed dating. who probably didn't heard this news. And here is a short video for you guys explaining how that actually works. Okay. Oh my God, I cannot find today any of my intro video disappeared, and I wanted to show you how it works, where Anna explains. I cannot find it. Okay, here we are.
Hello guys, Anna here, Heart of Match Guarantee, and I have exciting news. You guys were asking and we've created Zoom speed dating. Yoo-hoo! For whom we've designed this product? Well, for guys of all ages actually, but our first party will be for guys that are 30-something. In order to increase effectiveness of our introduction, we choose specific age group. There is some serious marriage-minded guys who ready financially and mentally to create a family, and we want to create opportunity for those guys because we have a lot of ladies this number one goal in their life, and they want to be in the life of man, to be the supportive wife who help him to achieve his goals in his career. How many ladies you will meet? We will invite 2 ladies for each man that can be potentially good match. Who are those ladies? Those ladies from our database, matchguarantee.com. If I can give you an idea, this is like when men come into bar and he don't know whom he will meet. So this will be like natural environment where everybody can opens up. To help you guys to know each other better, we will use matchmaking based tools. How many contacts you can get after party? You can get unlimited contacts as long as the lady have mutual interest to you. So after party you send us ladies that you're interested to develop relationship, and we ask them if they have mutual interest in you, and if yes, then we exchange your contact information. How often we are going to do Zoom speed dating events? We are going to do it every single month. How much does it cost? Well, in our opinion, we've created effective and affordable opportunity. On the other hand, we want to make sure that guys who sign up with these services are financially stable and mentally ready to create family, because this is what our women clients want. They want to create a family. If you're in a life situation when you don't have stability or you cannot even provide for yourself, this is definitely not journey for you right now. So the investment is $1,997 and $197 per month. As long as you pay your monthly fee, you're entitled to come to everybody forever. Go register by the link in description below, and first 7 guys will get $600 off. Plus another surprise bonus worth $500. See you soon, bye bye!
So guys, and now for the special announcement I promised you. So if you go now and make a donation of $100 or more to support our lady streamers here, you'll get 1 free pass to our next Zoom speed dating event for your age category. So, and if you are over 40, so don't worry, please, okay? We are planning and opening up our upcoming Zoom speed dating parties for men, especially for this age group up to the age of 55. So, but listen up. After you donate to get your free pass, you must go register now on the Zoom speed dating link in the description under this video. If you don't, you'll lose it. So here is to donate now. You need to go to this link. I guess. So here's the link, and you can find it also in the description below, who is interested. As always, guys, don't forget to subscribe, who just joined us and who still were lazy to do that. Don't forget to give us your likes as the biggest prize for all streaming girls. And of course, to hit the bell in order not to miss all our live streams, okay? Because if you love our streaming and you want to support us, you need also to share these videos, links in social networks with your friends, maybe with people whom you know interested in getting real information and honest information. Actually, as we can say from the first mouth, is from real, genuine Ukrainian ladies. Okay. So, and let's get back to our second special announcement for today. So, no reserve auction. So, we have already started, last Sunday, a no reserve auction of a one lifetime guarantee package, unlimited dating and coaching until you get married. So, we are with you until you get married. And here is 1-minute video explaining how that works.
Welcome to today's no reserve auction. Some lucky bachelor is about to win our lifetime matchmaking partnership that past clients have paid 10 grand for, but now you can practically steal it from us for pennies on the dollar. So here's what the high bidder is going to win. Unlimited dating for life, so you can meet as many of our beautiful ladies as it takes until you meet the one. Your own personal matchmaker to help you find the best lady for you. Unlimited success coaching with our superstar coaches. And remember, we're with you for life until you walk down the aisle with your beautiful Ukrainian wife.
So guys, the current high bid is $500, which is 95% off. And to make your bid, you need to send an email at info@matchguarantee.com, spelled with the Y, Match Guarantee, and include your full name, address, and phone number so we can call you and verify your bid. And we've got a good news today as well about our donation. So you remember we are on the target and we need to hit our 2,000 donation quota to cover expenses for this channel, Ukrainian-dating.tv, so that we can continue serving you and live streaming for you and sharing information with you if you find us useful and interesting. So we ask you to make a monthly donation of $50. So that's less than the cost of a daily small coffee at a Starbucks. So imagine if only 40 of our regular viewers donate $50 recurring monthly, we would meet quota easily every month. So we can continue streaming for you guys. And of course, we are very thankful who keep donating, who already donated. So every amount is very important for us, and we are very grateful for all of you who involved in this process. So thanks a lot, guys. So let's get back to our topic for today, and I'm ready to answer all your questions. We have with you 1 hour and 10 minutes, and I'm ready, guys, to say hi once again to everybody. Hopefully I didn't spoil your mood this Friday morning, but I think the topic is worth discussing and worth spreading, that people know not only about what's going on specifically on the war zone, war fields, but another side of these horrible events. So, but what? Привіт, everybody. Привіт, and good afternoon. Gregory, hello, nice to see you guys. And I'm really, guys, sorry for the previous Sunday. It was a really disaster. I was very, very upset. First of all, we rescheduled the stream 3 times, if you saw, and it was absolute mess with the schedule. And then finally I got electricity, and after 15 minutes it's gone again. So by the way, during this week, if you just know how many times I gave a new schedule to admin to set up my live streams for you, you won't believe. For last even 2 days, probably we changed it 4 or 5 times. And the last update was today in the afternoon. So craziness, just craziness. Jason, hello, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Global Bloodstock, hello. Yes, we are fine. We are just very, we are coming to the point when we are really tired and irritation increasing, because it's really hard. We are positive, we try to be positive, we are flexible, we are inventive, we are whatever we can be in this situation. So we try to stay strong, on our feet and not to show our weakness, not to be weak. But for every human being, that's hard, when the electricity schedule changing like for 3-4 times in 24 hours. The last update they give you like 11 p.m. and then after midnight, it's already not working. And in the morning, you check first what you check. What's the schedule of electricity for today? They give you new one because they give one for night and one for day, and then they changed and mixed and confused. And that's also, I think, a problem of local authorities. Sumy and Sumy region is actually one of the worst in this way. I mean, the worst situation with electricity. So for now, by now, the situation was like 18-20 hours, no electricity out of 24. So you can just imagine, we have just 4-5 hours, maybe 6 if we are lucky. Like they stole one of my scheduled hour of electricity today, by the way. We have lines and my line had to be switched on 8 a.m. I called to all friends whom I know who had electricity at this moment, and they switched on in time 8 a.m. But mine area, no. So we got electricity 1 hour later. So that can happen also like on stream. So once again, I'm sorry for confusing this schedule for live streams all the time, but nothing I can do really. Just to be ready every hour, to be ready to start streaming just every minute whenever we have electricity. And thanks God if it's in time and not like last time, giving me just 15 minutes. So people start to get irritated, start to show their negative emotions on public, on Facebook, under the post of local governmental authorities, of these electrical power authorities. So people demand at least, nobody is against switching off the electricity, but everybody is for a right schedule. So if you put the schedule, so keep it, because people needs to plan the day, people needs to plan the work, needs to plan visiting banks or supermarkets or hospitals or whatever. So it's very hard to have absolutely, you just don't know what happened in next 1 hour. Or if you have electricity, you have air raid siren, and then again, you cannot do what you planned. If you're on the way to the bank, let's say, and if it's a air raid siren, you will never be allowed in bank. So you need to wait until it will be cancelled. And that's kind of, you can stay there 2, 3, 4 hours, or you can get back and in 5 minutes cancellation. So all your days is just full of surprises. It's confused, it's messed up. Poor kids. By the way, I don't know how it's in the rest of in the rest part of Ukraine, but in Sumy Oblast from today we have I wanted to say summer vacation, not summer vacation, but winter vacation, winter holidays for kids. So no lessons, no study for almost 1 month and 10 days. So you can think 1.5 months practically we won't have any lessons and study. And I guess that's concerned with this electricity situation, because parents are desperate, kids are desperate, and teachers desperate. All schedule of lessons confused. Whenever one teacher has electricity, another cannot, or parents don't have electricity. We reschedule 2-3 times. kids, they are like just distracted, unfocused, absolutely. And instead of 8 a.m., like normal time for lessons, they have to start them 12, like yesterday. They started, and 10 minutes after, we got air raid siren and lessons canceled. That's it. That's, of course, very annoying and difficult. So people okay with blackouts and switching off electricity, but at least if there is a schedule, they want it to be, like as they promised. Yeah. So David, hi. Broken Heart. Day 303 must be, because last Sunday it was 298, 299, 300. Yeah, 303. Yeah, exactly. Global Bloodstock. Yeah, Vita, I read every day that Sumy Oblast gets attacked by rockets, machine guns, artillery from Russia. Why do Ukrainian army not fire back? It needs a couple of rockets to land close to them. That's absolutely true. Our oblast is being attacked every day, 24/7, days and nights. Quadrocopter, helicopter, rockets, explosive stuff they throw from drones, different missiles, different gun machines, mines, whatever they can. I don't understand what's the reason. By the way, 2 or 3 days ago on Monday, we got a very strong shelling, and unfortunately, a lot of our guys were killed, unfortunately, just at the borderline. We have what we have. We give answer back, by the way. We give answer back. We give, but we cannot talk about that. But whatever we can, we do. But we cannot do what they do. So, but if we have this right and permission, probably, I guess the war would be finished much faster, I guess. But so far we have what we have. Yeah. Broken Heart once again. Good morning. Thanks. Jamie, hello. Nice to see you. Do you think it's going to stop soon? No, I don't think. I think I was thinking it's gonna stop soon in August, September, October, or at least I had such hope. Now I think no. The more the world presses them with different restrictions, limitations, public showing negativism, like disrespect, even open and obvious disrespect. They keep telling the same things. Their plans not changed, and they say we're gonna keep going until all goals will be achieved. So nobody's gonna stop soon, I guess. For me personally, it's even difficult to imagine how it can stop. Really, that's the worst thing. Before, at the beginning, we were thinking it's gonna be kind of, maybe one day of kind of peaceful negotiations, maybe close negotiations, like not in public, not open one. And then after that, probably we're gonna be announced that some points we achieved finally, and now, like, our army goes back and their army goes back. We have kind of agreements which we have to keep, like, let's say both sides. At least at the beginning of war, we thought like this. We have this picture in our minds like this. Right now, I cannot even imagine the last day of the war, how it will be. It will be total silence, no air raid sirens anymore, no booms, no news, or just day by day some news that their army goes back. Or I really don't know, but I think it's gonna last 6 hours, half a year, for sure, for sure, for sure. So unfortunately, but I don't have this feeling. I don't have. Jakob, hello, hello. Adrian Robinson. God will put an end to these evil beings. It's said, all of these things. Yes, but for me, it's really hard to understand why God let such things happening. Kids. When I think about kids, I just cannot talk really. For me, it's just enough to imagine the picture, and I'm going insane. I don't know how people who, oh my God, my cat. I was thinking that was strange for me. I couldn't understand who is sneezing here. I didn't get. Now I see my cat. So yeah, why? A lot of kids, a lot of women, girls, people already suffered such horrible things. Some of them already dead, and they were dying, I'm sure, in horrible sufferings, pain, blood, horrible. But those who did that, still alive, still maybe not enjoying, but still get their small satisfaction and pleasures in this life. They keep living. Why these things happening? I don't have any explanation. For me, this topic, like not a taboo, but very specific to discuss. I don't know why. I hope, but in this situation, as we say, better late than never, I don't agree. Better such things wouldn't happen. So we all can understand battle at the war fields. That's understandable, but such things we cannot understand as a human beings. That's horrible. Ark, hello, nice to see you. Alan, hello, thanks for joining. I'm sorry about what those Russian assholes, are doing to such beautiful people. I, for one, love Ukraine and her beautiful people. Slava Ukraine. I will continue to search for my Ukrainian bride. Thanks for support and for understanding. Hopefully you will get lucky. Hopefully you will get lucky. Yes. Hi guys. Info Sika, Merry Christmas. That's too early. Let me say Merry Christmas for you tomorrow. Let's talk about Merry Christmas tomorrow. By the way, I'm gonna be with you tomorrow if nothing happened for 2 hours, and if schedule won't be changed, if I'm not mistaken, 11 a.m. Eastern, if nothing happens. So far, the schedule is like this. We'll see for tomorrow. So who will have a chance and desire and who want to spend this 2 hours of Christmas time with me, you guys welcome tomorrow. Okay. Razum, some Russians are cool because they are not soldiers. I guess for me, soldier, it's something, it's a man from the big letter M, man. It's a man. It's someone with principles, with dignity, officer's principles, and normal definitions in mind. I can understand when people protect their land and doing everything to protect their land, but to attack peaceful civilian nation who actually even didn't have nothing in their mind or he didn't plan to do anything bad, that's something out of being a soldier. So you're right. For me, that's also not soldiers. That's like some of them TikTokers, some of them clowns, some drug addicts, some imprisoned people, of course, some soldiers, but they have already, collapsed brains, so unfortunately. Yeah, what very, very good advice. Yes, save a lot of money that you can spend on traveling to your future lady by bidding on the auction, guys. Yeah, that's a great chance. You really can save some money and spend this money later together with your lady, maybe taking her out of this hard place. I won't say horrible or something, hard place for now, but to give her some warmth, some beauty, some peaceful and calm atmosphere, and some silence. Some silence. That's a great chance, actually. Ark, Vita, I'm here. Can you see me? I'm here. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what? Thanks for explaining. Yeah. Malum Hai, Kuamalum, America making Zelensky selling weapon. I can't agree with you absolutely. I don't agree. I don't think so. And I thought that's kind of lie and absolutely, absolutely, uh, absolutely. So sorry. We are not on this. We are not on the same page with you. Ukrainian people, I can tell you, Ukrainian people don't think like this. Some can be against Zelensky or probably think he can make some mistakes or probably whatever. But his rate now is increasing greatly and he does what nobody did and probably won't do never. So Ukrainian people don't have any idea of what you are talking about right now. Who's selling weapon, to whom selling weapon, that's kind of bullshit. For me, for sure. I don't know from where you get such information or such ideas. So, no. Yeah. So, Jason, hi again. Vita, can you explain what has happened with the different groups of people in East Ukraine? Who fights for who there? Meaning who is for Russia, who is for Ukraine? I didn't get what you exactly mean here. Lugansk and Donetsk area, they are actually considered now to be a part of Russia in brackets. Of course, only for Russia and for these local people. The world, the whole universe, the rest of universe, and of course the rest of Ukraine didn't accept that fact and never accepted that fact. But some people made their choice. Actually, people who wanted to move out and who didn't want to live under Russia governing, so they moved to Ukrainian territory, even losing their houses, apartments, property, business, whatever, because people wanted to be a part of Ukraine. So whoever wanted, they moved. Whoever wanted Russian peace, Russian world, so they stayed. And of course, LNR, as they called Lugansk and Donetsk national republics, they have their own passports right now, which are not recognized in any part of the world. You cannot get visa of LNR, DNR passport. So you can't even cross the border probably with that passport. I don't know, kind of fake. But these people, of course, fights on the side of Ukraine, or of Russia, sorry. So LNR, DNR, they are fighting at the side of Russia against Ukraine, against Ukraine. Our military who came there and tried to deoccupy that territory. So that territory actually was occupied in 2014. And they announced it, claimed it's a part of Russia by due to their false as fake referendums or whatever they do there, documents, constitutions, rules, whatever. So these people stayed there and they are considered to be part of Russia on the territory of Ukraine. So people who specifically live in Lugansk and Donetsk, they are of course, and some parts of this region, like also Sevastopol, a lot of cities in south and east area, they are considered to be part of Russia. Of course, military and soldiers from these regions, they are fighting at the side of Russians against of Ukraine. So actually brothers fighting with brothers, actually. Yeah. Global Bloodstock, as you are close to the border, do you ever see Russian TV? No, because I don't have television. I'm not watching television for many years already. The only I'm watching, that's YouTube, some special websites for movies, animated cartoons, some articles, some informative resources, but I don't watch TV. So I don't have any Russian TV channels, but I believe people in villages who live absolutely at the borderline, of course, they must see some Russian TV. By the way, Sumy region, when it was occupied and blocked, like in March, April, they stopped seeing Ukrainian TV, but they start seeing Russian TV. But when the region was, and people were in panic because they got only Russian news and they were in panic. But later, when it was deoccupied, of course, the situation changed back. So, Jakob, the wind chill is minus 32 Celsius here right now. Oh my God. For you, I'm really sorry for you. Minus 32 for me, that's like, oh. So far, we have, by the way, plus. So far, very warm. December, +2, +3. Everything is melting. Even green grass we can see. Before we had some frost, some snow, but now everything's gone. It's muddy and even birds singing. So very strange weather, but I think that's good for us. So guys, we have 45 minutes with you more. Keep looking for your questions. Air bases in Russia and Belarus should be considered active targets. Military bases are not civilian installations. I absolutely agree with you. And so far, I guess the situation about what you say is changing to the better. It's changing to the better because I at least I heard the mentioning even of American leaders that military sports places of technique, equipment, whatever, can be considered as a targets. Of course, we are not talking about civilian installations like buildings, hospitals, schools, libraries, graves, churches, what else? Theaters. They, by the way, I read today, they absolutely demolished. Do you remember that tragical case in Mariupol, dramatical theater, where we were hiding thousands of people, mostly women with kids? Do you remember that story when they bombed it? So they absolutely demolished it right now. So no dramatical theater. And that was like a very old and ancient building, like a historical monument, something, and trying to put something on that place. But nobody thought that they are killed at this place, were killed severely hundreds of people. How they can got even an idea in those sick minds to put something on top of killed people. So actually that's like a grave, like a common grave of many people. Some people were not even identified, so the parts of those people still there, I believe. And even like that's a place where people were killed. How you can put there and start some construction and building something on such a place? That's insanity. Oh my god. So yeah, they brought some cranes, they cleaned everything, so all that historical monument already doesn't exist. Mhm. Global bloodstock. Your question, Vita, when you give the time as East, can you also give the Ukrainian time so I can work out the time in Europe? Yeah, for sure. But don't forget that we have also different time in Europe. In Europe, we are 1 hour ahead. So right now, let's say we have here 5:17 p.m. in Ukraine, which is 4:17 in Europe, all over Europe, 4:17. So 10 a.m. Eastern, right? 10 a.m., 17 minutes in East. So tomorrow, 6 p.m. Ukrainian time. If everything goes smooth and the schedule will be the same, I plan to be here with you on Christmas Eve at 6 p.m. Ukrainian time. For you, must be 11 Eastern. In Europe, 5 p.m. Jakob, Belarus is involved in the war. Of course, Belarus is involved in war. Of course, it's involved because when we have all these rocket massive attacks, all these airplanes, most of them departed from Belarus, from Belarusian airports. And of course, if you can see how many Russian soldiers there and how much weapon they brought now there and keep bringing every day, oh my God, guys, the amount is really huge. It's trains full of different kind of weapons, absolutely like powerful tanks, gun machines, all this like for rockets, a lot of. I don't think it will be like open public beginning of Belarusian soldiers participating in the war, like announced. But I believe some hiddenly and secretly, some groups of Belarusian soldiers already here. By the way, not only at the side of Russian, but at the side of Ukrainian. I know some soldiers fighting for us against them. And it's actually, of course, Belarus is involved, of course, because Lukashenko keeps promising us if Kiev will not agree for these peaceful negotiations, in brackets, right? So he used specific words. We will be not killed, not demolished, but like 1 second. I would like to check this word. 1 second. Like, yeah, like destroyed, demolished, but like, I mean, totally, fully, you know, like nothing will be left. So we gonna ruin and kill everything. Who also said one of the so we see after visiting after Zelensky visiting USA and getting some news. So, and after all this, the results of their conversation were announced. So they start to, you know, to get crazy. I read some comments in Russian public. Oh my God, they were so angry for Americans. If you could just imagine, so them and all the cursing, and we're gonna send Sarmat, that's kind of a nuclear weapon, for Pentagon, when they will be over, when their weapon will be over, that cannot be limitless. Why they keep doing that? We need to shoot something to America. Oh my God, they're just crazy. And I can tell you from the dozens of comments, just the single woman were against, and, you know, like kind of silently said, please don't, no need to shoot there. They are just ordinary people live. What you are doing. But that was like a drop in the ocean. You know, she sank in the voices of all those holy people. Women, young, old, aged, men. Oh my God, they all damned Ukraine and America right now. And by the way, Iran, if you know, they were very unhappy with some Zelensky comments about their giving weapon drones to Russia. And they said that their patience is like almost over. And what's gonna happen after their patience is over, it will be even hard to imagine. So we'll see. But of course, Belarus, not openly, not publicly, but they're involved. In fact, so not theoretically, but practically, because they are given also their weapon, they are given their territory for shooting at us, and I believe some soldiers already serving here against us. So, of course, involved, of course. Yeah, what? You are absolutely correct. Yeah, Belarus territory is used as a way to attack Ukraine from the north, while the dictator where doesn't want to send soldiers across the border and join activity. He's siding with Putin. Absolutely. Yeah. Even they stationed like 20,000, even 30 already, they said. Even 30. We'll see. That sounds like a smart strategy. Oh yeah. What Belarusian people are against the involvement, and many soldiers refuse to take up arms, I believe. Absolutely. Yes, of course, not everybody. Some can be like crazy, right? So we know that in every country. But most of the people, of course, against of Lukashenko regime, of Lukashenko government, because he is not still legitimate president. He is not still. He wasn't elected by people. All why he is at his position just due to his force and power. That's it. Because you know, guys, what was happening 2 years ago in Belarus, right? Like horrible things. So he is not much better than his neighbor. So they're good, kind of twins. Not maybe as crazy as Putin, but still. So people against, but for money, believe me, for money, because they promised to get very high salary for participating in this war, some contract soldiers will go. And I believe this, who is standing already 20 or 30,000, no matter already, they are for money and they are ready to start attacking, I guess. Anita, I think that those in the Donbas region that want to be part of Orc Nation are descendants from the Russians that stole homes from Ukrainians after Holodomor. Yeah, that's actually a very interesting question, and I planned to do that tomorrow, but maybe tomorrow we're gonna talk with you guys something more pleasant, mentioning important things, of course, for sure. But one day I would like to talk with you about the history of brotherhood between Ukraine and Russia, how it was, not only now, but for many, many centuries, how this brotherhood and friendship was going, and maybe some historical facts, something. So I guess that will be interesting for most of you. Let me know if yes. So, and we can discuss that. Mhm. Yeah, Lukashenko understand. Lukashenko keeps playing his game, trying to slide between Europe, Russia, and USA, I guess, because he understands what can happen. He understands what can be if he really order his soldiers like openly, like to be involved. So he's doing secretly, hidingly, but keeps doing that. He tried to avoid. I understand. Alan, hello, thanks for joining us. Alan, привет, Vita. I was American Army during Vietnam, and I would never have even thought about doing to Vietnamese women and children what Russia is doing to Ukraine. God bless and Merry Christmas. I absolutely agree. Soldier is a soldier, not the raper, not robber, not thief, not drug addictor, not imprisoned person. So that's something like something really, on a high position of dignity for me, kind of symbol, kind of image. I know how big, how much American military, how much it's important for religion of the country. Religion, I mean, for the whole spirit of the country. I know how much kids proud of their military, and it's really very honorable position, and it's very honorable to be the son of the soldier, to be a soldier. Like soldier, it's an image of protector, of person who is saving, but not attacking, killing, cutting, raping, and doing such horrible, absolutely things. So that's why thanks for your being a real soldier. Thanks for your greetings. Thanks. And what? Yeah, different morals and values. Absolutely. Russian soldiers have shown they have neither morals nor values when it comes to human life. I can tell you more. A lot of reports, even from Russian women and Belarusian women from the places where Russian soldiers gathered, like specific city. So they organized now, right now, they are like a point there, military point, military place. So they manage even there to rape their women. Not, we are not talking even about Ukrainians, Belarusians and Russian. When they're at Belarusian territory, they humiliate Belarusian soldiers. They humiliate soldiers of another nations, They don't respect anybody. But actually, if we see who are Russians right now, what's the nation of Russians? There's no such nation. That's a combination. That's a mixture of dozens different nationalities, including Buryats, Chechens, oh my God, a lot of different nationalities. So there is no such nation as Russians. It's just the people who live on the territory of Russia. All of them can be called Russians, but there's no like kind of nature specifically, nation specifically. So if you do that with their own women, so you can imagine that they don't have any respect to women in Ukraine, of course, for sure. Yep, the theater had air warning of children inside in the Russian pilot bombed it anyway. Yeah, and it was even the signature Дети, kids, children, with the white chalk, white paint on the asphalt just in front of this theater. Huge caps locks, Дети. And they keep bombing, knowing that the theater is not theater right now, it's just a shelter, mostly for women and kids. Yeah. Our history should be rewritten, absolutely, totally. Oh my God. Global Bloodstock. I miss seeing the Sumy webcams that used to be broadcast on YouTube. There used to be 6 or 7 on there, including outside McDonald's. Yeah, and Santa with the fountain, right? Yeah, Altanka, yeah, exactly. And the hockey stadium. It was good to watch. I understand. But now for security reason, of course, nobody can do it. Nobody can do it. Good thing about the Patriot system. If Putin's barking so loudly about it, he's scared. Of course he's scared, but also, guys, don't forget that our soldiers to learn how to operate this system also needs time. Not one day, not even weeks, I guess few months, to be able to operate them effectively. Our soldiers, I see they are very skilled, highly intellectual, and they learned really new types of weapons very fast because they had to. Or we have such fast, speedy brains, So we all hope they can learn faster because for few months, probably we don't need it anymore. For few months can happen whatever. We don't want even to imagine, even to think about this. Yeah, good luck starting war with America. No, they won't dare. Just barking of the sofa expert, guys who is sitting at the sofa. Who is reading in all these publics? Just some, not soldiers, definitely. People who stay at home, drinking beer, watching news, Solovyov and Skabeyeva, and just discussing, splitting their poison on the screens. That's it. Global Bloodstock. Have you ever watched 1420 channel on YouTube? Russian young people asking on the street Russian people for their attitude. The channel is very anti-Putin. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't watch it, by the way, on YouTube, but I saw some interviews. Yeah, really interesting. Some people like really wise and open-minded, understand really what's going on, even if they cannot talk openly, but at least they say we are against war, and no country in this world right now, in this epoch, doesn't have any right to attack any other country just because they want or something seemed to them or whatever. That's 21st century. Oh my God, impossible. So, but most, if you notice, most are for war. They absolutely agree with Putin. They say, yeah, whatever our president says, we support him. He knows what to do. So, yeah. The most interesting part of the whole Patriot situation is that Russia is on its knees in Ukraine and still wants to pose as a military superpower and threaten to pick a fight with the US. Yes, you see, by the way, Bakhmut, guys, if I'm not mistaken, I need to check, but good news from Bakhmut. What was the hottest place probably for the fights, the hottest, and good news. If I'm not mistaken, it's in the process of setting free or already set free, or Russian soldiers were thrown back for some distance from this. I need to check like the current situation, but actually how they can scare. Let's see how tomorrow Ukraine will celebrate Christmas, how people will do that. No special preparations so far, no decorations. Yeah, the big fir tree was were set up in the square, in the main square in Kiev. Not all people agreed with that decision. Not all people. Some people irritated by that. Some people, that depends. Some people says they should see we keep living no matter what they do. So they cannot blackmail us. They cannot scare us away. So no matter what, we have our celebration with candles, with generators, with just bricks on the gas cookers, with woods, even being in cold or in shelters. We're gonna see what's gonna happen tomorrow and on New Year. I'm pretty sure these holidays will be spoiled for sure with rocket massive attacks, for sure, because they won't let us celebrate even in the darkness. They want us panicking and scaring, and so we'll see. We'll see. Vita, in Brazil, we have the saying, possum smells possum. I always remember him seeing pictures of Putin with Lukashenko. Yeah, possum smells possum. Absolutely. Yeah. Jacobs, what are some of the biggest mistakes a man can make during the first meeting with a Ukrainian lady? Or a lot. That's a big topic, Jakob. A lot of mistakes. To come without flowers, to ask her to share the bill for dinner or supper in restaurant, to come in the sport costume, not being ironed, not looking tidy, in dirty shoes, not being a gentleman, asking two intimate questions which you actually don't have to do on the first date, and maybe even later, but like wanting to get as much intimate details about her past life, talking only about yourself. A lot of mistakes, actually. It's very easy, but that's like a normal old date in school. You need just to be a man. But of course, a big difference between dating European ladies, right, and Ukrainian ladies. We are still classical women. We like flowers, sweets, gentlemen in front of us, moving our chair, open the door, taking out the coat, cut nails, cut beer, or shaved, nicely smelling, normal hair style or hairdress, right? Some not necessarily you should be in costume and with tie, right? But definitely not something from your night shift if you have been working, right? So the lady should feel she's special for you at this day and you really want to impress her. So, but one day we're gonna discuss this topic about mistakes if you want. Okay, I can tell you a lot of mistakes. Tracy, hello, nice to see you. You're late. It's amazing how badly this conflict has backfired for Russia. It has brought NATO together. Yes, Ukraine will most likely be fast-tracked in, and nations like Sweden that have been neutral have joined. Absolutely, yes, I absolutely agree with you. So actually their main goals, demilitarization, I would like to say the word, but I guess YouTube can ban me. This goal they didn't achieve. Denazification, absolutely the same. Absolutely the same. So the nation united more as ever, more than ever. not going to NATO. At the beginning of war, you remember, we even rejected this idea. We said, okay, we are not going to be a part of NATO. But right now, it's a matter of time, as I understood. So nobody even ask more. So the whole world is against Russia. So all their goals, they are just like empty soap bulb, like poof, nothing. But they keep threatening us and the rest of European countries so far. Hopefully this will end fastly. I read today that actually the main goal, the main target, what they want now, not to stop the war, not to get into peaceful negotiations. They just want to win the time to reorganize, to collect the power, to collect people, to train people, to get like more weapon from different countries who are still on their side and probably keep delivering something, keep sending something, like Iran, let's say, right? So possums arc. Oh my God, I was telling and saw your comments. You distract me with your possum skunk. Yeah, so that's why actually what he wants now, to get some pause, to freeze the war, to get some break, then to collect like double power and then attack again. Now we all believe that's the real purpose. Not like we want peace or peaceful negotiations. No, nothing of the kind. So yeah, Tracy, you're absolutely right. Ark, thanks God, I know who is possum. Possum is skunk. Yes, stinky creature. Absolutely. Vita, what was the reaction of the Ukrainians to the speeches of the head of the Russian Orthodox Church? Will Ukraine start its own Orthodox Church away from the Russia one? Yeah, we have already our Orthodox Church and we are separating right now. We are separating, we are splitting Ukrainian and Russian churches right now. It's a big process. I can tell you, even in Sumy Oblast, 9 oblasts I mentioned last time, I guess. SBU, Service of Security of Ukraine, they're checking every suspicious religious place, like monasteries, churches, everything. And they found, I can tell you, a lot of bad things and bad evidences, which is for me that was a surprise. That's why probably I prefer to pray at home and being lonely in the silence than to go to church. So churches surprised me once again. Unfortunately, there is no God left there. So in these places, not everywhere, of course, not everywhere, but in some, really. And in Western Ukraine, even I never suspected such things there. Never. Jakob, people talk a big talk, but they wouldn't have the stomach to be part of a real war that was on their doorstep. Bunch of keyboard warriors. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's different stories. To text on some Telegram groups how much we hate Ukrainians and why we don't bomb Kiev. And instead of standing up, getting uniform, some weapon, and going there. So that's different stories, right? Jason, Vita, about earlier, too many names of groups that I don't know the names. Example, Azov. Azov, you mean as a military? Azov, it's a part of Ukrainian national military. Of course, they are fighting at Ukrainian side. They were protecting Mariupol for a few months, and this story is really tragic, really tragic. Azov is our soldiers, Ukrainian soldiers who protect our territory. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ark. At Match Guarantee YouTube channel, Vita has the best intro video about dating Ukraine single moms. I love that video. Yeah, single moms. Yeah. You need to be very careful. But I remember that video. I have lots of. Yeah. So, guys, we have, I need to check, 15 minutes. We have 15 minutes with you. So until you giving me one more questions, I need to give you some advertisement, okay? We'll take a couple of minutes of your time again, and then I will get back to your question. So you remember about donation, we are on the target of $2,000 monthly, like donation quota, to cover expenses and to keep this channel and this project, Ukrainian dating.tv, alive, like specially for you. So as for today, totally received $1,742 of donations of today. So a little bit left till New Year. So whoever has a desire and possibility and comfort to help us, we will be really grateful. So help us to keep live streaming for you and to keep living. Okay. And if you love our project and you want our ladies to keep doing that for you, we would like for monthly would like to ask for monthly donation of $50. And of course, we are very thankful for everybody who already did donation and keep doing that. So you can donate to support us at the link matchguarantee.com/donate. I guess what will help me to sharing the link, necessary link with you guys. And also you can find it in the description under this video. Okay, and so we have time with you guys. I have something for you to share with you today, and I really hope you would like it. I want to show you, to share with you one song, which is one of my favorite right now. Ukrainian culture start to blossom during the war period, and it's true. It's not exaggeration. That's real fact. Especially guys like cinematography and music. For those who doesn't know or probably never heard or never see, we have such a bunch of absolutely gorgeous and wonderful music right now, especially about war, which really helps us to survive. I can tell you, at the beginning of war, there was a one song. It was maybe like 2-3 weeks just after beginning of war. It was about Bayraktar. And by the way, Bayraktar, you know these Turkish drones. And by the way, the first Bayraktar hit was done in Sumy Oblast, close to Sumy. And this episode was shown in the clip of this song, Bayraktar. So if you can find it in YouTube, you will like it. It has a very simple melody and absolutely simple text, but so much encouraging. We were listening for the whole days, and then growing and growing and growing. And we have so many patriotic, nice songs. What I really like, they are full of sense. They are not empty or, dumb. They have text, they have meaning, they have sense, and they have feelings and emotions. We who live here and who survive all this, these songs can make us cry easily. For me, absolutely. Though I'm a tough lady, But when I talk about kids or ruined houses or listen to such music, I can start crying immediately. I'm very sensitive in that way because they are so real, and they use what I really like. They use in their clips real episodes, real photos, real stories, real episodes of some war events. So at the end of today's stream, I really would like to share with you one song to the today's topic, in regard of today's topic. Unfortunately, all the original was with English subtitles, but as I understood, that was just function of YouTube. So I really hope that will be with the English subtitles, that you guys can understand, can read about what the song is. But I guess you will understand just by watching with your eyes. So a couple of minutes, I will give you still answers, and then we get back. Tracy, Vita, any more eggs from your chickens? No. 0. I just got 7 for 2 months, 7 eggs, 7 chickens lost. They don't want, they are just recovering. They are like on vacation. You know, they have vitamins, they have warm barn, good food, hot water, but no eggs. Probably something is wrong, but I'm waiting for spring, maybe in spring. So far, nothing, 0. So the purchase was not reasonable, if I'm not mistaken. Just like now, a waste of money, a waste of time, waste of efforts, especially in winter, you know, when it's cold and dark and snowy or muddy. But we'll see what they will give us in spring and in summer. So, yeah, thanks, what for your sharing links. Thanks. So, guys, 9 or 8 minutes before I will get into darkness again. Okay, so let me share with you the song. I hope you will enjoy it. Enjoy the voice. You won't understand the text because it's in Ukrainian, but it's a combination of ethnical, you know, national sounds, voices, and modern technologies. So that's I like folk with a high tech, you know, combination. And of course, by watching the clip, I guess you will understand. And then after song, I will get back to you again. Okay, 1 second. Hopefully you guys will like it.
Залишаючи діру між ребер. Ми знаємо, хто ми тепер, знаємо точно, ким ми будемо завтра. Йде мільйони людей, рідні всюди, нитками через шкіру нас плела в один клубок віра. Спільна праця щира, потоне зло, навіть якщо має фарватер. Нам зозуля кувала, кує і буде кувати, 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 і буде кувати.
Mēdīte, uzspirt un līderi cenšas samelot. Mūsu tautas, manuprāt, ir akli, tiem tik interesē, cik biezi viņu maki, pilnu klapi, 4 rati, 300 zirgi mani vēl uz priekšu. Vairs es nespēju mierīgi gulēt, nespēju pievērt pat ne acis, jo kamēr laimīgs ceļos putniem dživinot, cita tauta cīnās
So, guys, that was the song, and I hope you liked it. It's very sensitive, full of emotions, like real events. And we have a lot of songs like about this war period, like this, which are really touch the heart, touch the soul. If you don't mind, from time to time, I will share with you like which I like the most, and maybe you're gonna like, and also you will find that in YouTube and you will listen them because they really sound like awesome, really awesome. So, guys, as for our topic, I forget. I'm sorry, I forget to show you girls which we are going to invite to our Zoom speed dating. So until we have a couple of minutes more, I would like to share with you another age group that probably you can see some candidate for your future dating. Okay.
We could drive along an ocean reflecting the sun, or make a bed of green atop a wide open scene. Under a canvas of blue, I would draw ever nearer to you, to feel the dew on your skin. That is how it would begin. For summer is for falling in love. We could stay out late until the sun sets past 8, and the cotton candy haze nearest the warmth of your gaze. Raise your glass to mine, and as we drink, we would lock eyes, so we could disregard the thought of ever having to part. For summer is for falling in love.
So, guys, that were girls of another age group. Next time I will show you a little bit elder girls that you can choose for yourself. So I want to say thank you for everybody today who joined, who support me. I hope you liked the topic today, and I hope you can join me tomorrow also. You remember 6 p.m. Ukrainian time, 5 p.m. European, and 11 Eastern. Okay, so guys, I will show you once again a short video so you know our channel is a big purpose and vision. Okay, and I wish to everybody a nice peaceful rest of the day, warmth, coziness, happiness, smiles, pleasant emotions. Really thanks for everybody who joined me today, and I wish good luck for everyone. Okay, and I will be waiting for you tomorrow, guys.
Hello, привет, and welcome to ukrainedating.tv. Our channel is the world's first of its kind, providing free live streaming every single day, 7 days a week with the real, genuine, beautiful Ukrainian ladies. Finally, now you have the opportunity to video chat live 7 days a week with different beautiful Ukrainian girls of all ages and walks of life. You get to ask all your deepest burning questions about all things Ukraine culture, Ukraine women, and Ukraine current events. And if you come to enough of our live streams, you might just discover what makes us mysterious women tick. Guys, I think you understand we're like David fighting Goliath here to bring you the truth once and for all. Our channel's purpose is to debunk the myth and stigma created by the toxic paper letter scam industry. And we hope you agree the best way to accomplish that is by giving you the opportunity to video chat with average Ukrainian girls that represent the real women of Ukraine. And then you be the judge about what's real and what's not. Guys, please know that we're doing this all for you. So do me a favor and subscribe to our new channel and help us help you, your fellow man, and help us bring Goliath to his knees. So guys, can I ask you to share this video with all your friends? Only together we can make a difference, guys.
So guys, goodbye to everyone. Kisses and hugs to everyone.